Hey, welcome back to my channel. Doing something a little bit different today as far as content goes. I usually post videos of, some videos of my family or, things that I'm doing, in other places. But part of me is still playing Neopets. It came up randomly on maybe Instagram or Reddit, and it was like, this may be something you're interested in. And I was like, you're right. I was deep into Neopets back in the day. And I was excited to learn that this is still a website that exists. And not only does it still exists in a way that brings back this like nostalgic warmth um, of being a teenager and using dial-up and AOL Messenger and Windows XP Millennial Edition, like type of nostalgia. And I was so excited to actually still have access to an account that I made back in 2016. Now, this wasn't my original Neopets account that I made back in the early 2000s, but it was still really exciting that I was able to log into this account and kind of see what was going on, see how many Neo points I had in the bank and, just what's going on in the Neopean world. And I had one pet. I think I started playing again back in maybe August or so. I'm not sure exactly, but I've definitely been playing it a lot recently. I log in every day, I do my dailies, um, and now I have 9 pets. And today you can actually buy them outfits and you can put backgrounds on them and you can, really, really get deep into an already deep game. I mean, I could create a full length feature film on Neopets and all the things you can do, but I thought today I would introduce you to my Neopets and, maybe if you're someone like me who used to play it back in the day and maybe you didn't know that this was a website you could still go to and play after you get the kids in bed, here it is. And let's talk about it. So this is my account, Madeline Cookies, and I if you're not familiar with them, I believe they're Madeline cookies. Um, So I'm going to show you what they are, and I'm sure this is how the account was created because I was eating these cookies and I decided to base my entire Neopets personality off of them. So thus this account was born, and also this um, Neopet named Madeline with a different spelling because most common words or names are already taken, and people get really kind of creative with the names and put lots of underscores and numbers and things like that. But I'm a fan of, just keeping the numbers and underscores out of names as much as possible. Um, so I am by no means an expert on the game. I would consider myself a casual daily player, but it gets me excited. It gives me, something to look forward to as like a little reward at the end of the day. And you can play on mobile as well. They've optimized a lot of the, oops, they've optimized a lot of the um, website to be on mobile as well, but you'll still see some of those pages that you're familiar with, like the giant omelet and the free jelly and things like that. So I'll show you my first pet, and they're going to be in alphabetical order. So the first one we have is a merman, the speckled acara. And the way I create pets is I'll usually think of a name first and I'll go and try to create that pet and see if that name is available, kind of change the spelling up a little bit if I need to. And I will paint that pet. So paintbrushes are still a coveted item in the game, if you're familiar with that. And I will now get them clothes and outfits that match that, and you could actually spend real money on this game, and now I'm an adult with my own money, I do pay to play, actually, I do. I can do that. But this is a merman. He's clearly in the water. He's relatively new. If you look at his age, he's 36 days old. Um, and I just saw this outfit for the Akaras, and I'm pretty sure you say it Acura, but or Akara, I don't know. But how I say it in my head is Akara, so that's how I'm gonna say it out loud. And I just wanted to create this pet. I think they're kind of ugly, but I just had to get one. Um, So that's a merman. The next pet I have is Sensitive, and he is a gray Aisha. Aisha? I saw that they had this gray paintbrush, and all of the gray pets, they look like sad and depressed and just gloomy. And I just wanted to have one really. So I got this one and I actually created again the name knowing that I was going to paint it gray. So this is Sensitive, and I was so happy that I got the name with the C's. I thought that was so cute. And I also gave them a pet named Support Pets because every sensitive needs a support pet. But he's really cool. He's mostly an inactive pet, just there for the aesthetic. Cousin Ophelia, I did not name her, is a Royal Akara, and this was the Royal paintbrushes. I wanted one so bad, but when I first started playing, I didn't have enough Neo points to purchase one, so it was kind of what people call a dreamy pet. And there's something on this website called Neo Boards, which is basically a forum. Um, but in my mind, there's mostly children on these forums, so I don't really go there. But just was curious. Literally one day, pure luck, happened to go on the Neo boards and go to the pet trading section, I believe. And I saw that somebody was putting this pet up for adoption, and up for adoption means that you don't have to trade anything for it. They're just trying to find a good home for their pet, and I had to get her, and I messaged that person so quick, and I was like, "I love Akara's. I really want a Royal Akara. Like, I will take good care of her." And the person sent them right over, and she's a part of the fam. She's like 4,000 days old, so she's a little bit older than some of my other pets, but we love her. She's in the family. She's beautiful. She's strong. She has a sword. Like, she's great. The next pet I have is Kasukiri, the transparent Akira, and similar to the gray pets, I just was looking through what type of pets I would, want to create in the future, things to like put on like a vision board in my mind, if you will. And I thought the transparent pets were so cool. It makes their skin look transparent so you can see like their skeleton and like their organs. So he is my little gremlin cave dwelling like kind of pet. And I actually got Kasukiri. I did not name them either. I got them from the pound, and they were originally a sketch Curie, but I don't care for either of those things, sketch pets or Curies. So I changed their species and I painted him transparent, and I love him. The OG, Madeline. She is a Moroccan Akara, and Moroccan pets are highly sought after because their art style is very, very good. This is a bad example of that art style, though. I actually have a little bit of regret of painting her this color. I don't know what to do with her. Now, she's always been my main pet. I take her to the battle dome, I train her, you know, we go on all of the quests together. Um, but I don't think she's gonna be my active pet anymore. Like, I'm gonna keep her around for sentimental value because she was the original on this account, the first Neopet, that started me back down this path. And she was originally, I think, a red one, but it's something about it just isn't speaking to me. So I actually am not gonna make her my active pet anymore, and I'll show you who my new active pet is. Um, later when I get to that tab. So this is a random pet that I got from the pound. This is Marnie underscore HT, and I got them from the pound just as they are, a glowing Akara. I thought this background was perfect. It looks kind of like they broke out of a lab and she's like, glowing, because of some substances or something. And I gave her the space trooper helmet. Um, just because I had one. I have no plans specifically or ideas for her. I just thought she was cool and I didn't have a glowing pet, so we adopted her. We'll see what we do with her. Um, Now, this is underscore Mickey, or I like to call her Mickey, and she's a baby Akara, and all of the baby pets are so cute. But this one is very special to me. I had a family member named Mickey who passed away years and years and years ago before I was even born. Um, and her name is Mickey. And it was just so odd. I was looking for a pet to adopt, and I found this pet in the pound on Mickey's birthday. The Mickey, in real life who passed away. And I just thought that was a sign. And she wasn't originally baby, but I actually painted her that way because Mickey was very young when she passed away, and I gave her a pet gizmo. So there's just a lot of sentimental value on this pet, and she won't ever be my active pet, but I'm definitely not going to ever get rid of her. And if you look on the birthday line where it has like the parentheses and Y9, that means she was created in the ninth year of Neopets being live. So that's kind of cool to look at too. She is by far my oldest pet, which is wild because she is the baby of the family as well. So yeah, very sentimental, special. It was just mind blowing when I found this pet in the pound on Mickey's birthday. Oh, snap. We found 2,190 Neopoints. Thanks, Space Fairy. Um, so that's a cool random event. So this is going to be our new active pet. This is Albert. He is a green Vandagear. And I'll show you what Vandagears look like. Um, because they don't look like this. They look different. So this is what a Vandagear normally looks like. They're like owl, panda, which are like two of my top favorite animals, honestly. So I'm surprised I wasn't drawn to them before, but I recently, I don't know, maybe like in the past month or so, I'm not sure, they came out with this owl outfit that made it look just like an owl. And I saw it on the news page and I was like, gotta have that. So similar to a couple of my other pets, I created the name and the pet knowing that their destiny was to become an owl. And I just love it so much. I haven't really thought about, the background or, what exactly they're going to be wearing or look like or what the theme is. So this is just what I had on hand and I threw together, but I think I'm going to train him up and make him my Battle Dome pet. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Still haven't 100% decided. We're going to try it out and see what happens. I've read that these are hard to customize, so I might run into that problem. Last but not least, we have our girl Sineska. So she is one that I actually created as well, knowing that I wanted a Zen pet. And I was looking through all the pets to find the most like yoga, Zen type of pet I could find. And I landed on this Nemo. And Nemos always look like they're in like this meditative kind of position, if you will. And I painted the pet fairy. Um, just to give it that like magical, mystical vibe even more. I gave her her candles. She's on a lily pad. Like she's got her headdress on and her long earrings. She's got the pet named Yogi. She will tell you everything's going to work out and everything's going to be okay. And you believe her because she is Zeneska. This is probably one of my favorite customized pets that I have. So we're definitely never getting rid of her. She is 100% a part of the family. Um, so definitely going to keep her around. And that is all of the Neopets that I have. So if you haven't been on this website in a long time, definitely check it out. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that you remember is probably still here, along with some new stuff. The website did kind of die when Flash died, but they're working really hard to bring it back. So it's still fun to play, in my opinion, and collect fake internet points and pixels of random items. But I appreciate you watching if you made it to the end and listened to me ramble on about Neopets. Like, you're a real one. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. And looking forward to seeing you in the next video.